Good morning and wonderful solstice morning to you. We have my cat in the video this morning, so she may you may see her. She's very vocal. So good morning and welcome to the first yoga practice for our clan. Yes, she's going to be hanging around. The first yoga practice for our cleanse, and what I'm going to be focusing on for these few days, as I mentioned in the live last night, is I'm going to be focusing on the kidney meridian, and we work with the kidney meridian, the kidney energy line, by working with the lower back and working with the insides of the legs. So this morning is going to be about a 15-minute, a little bit of mobilisation, but not kind of sweaty work, just a little bit of mobilisation and some slow yin, so very grounded and very held postures that you can do very easily in the mornings, like I'm doing today. Or if you can grab 15 minutes during your day, and it's actually it's very restful, so you can even do it in the evening, close to bedtime. It's not too energizing, so it's not going to wake you up too much, but it works with those energy lines that supports grounding and calming the adrenals, and also supporting the cleanse. So I would invite you. I have a yoga bolster, which is like a big fat cushion, but obviously not many people have these around their house. So if you just want to grab a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 or even 4 cushions, off your sofa or something, or a couple of pillows off your bed, then you can use those. Just 2 pillows stacked up are fine. So, with that said, you can sit on a cushion or on a couple of pillows. Sit in a way that's comfortable. You can sit like this, or you can even, I'll demonstrate for you, you can even kneel. You can kneel on your cushions, you can kneel on your pillows. Sitting in a way that you can comfortably have the legs parted a little bit, beginning to work with the insides of the legs, beginning to work with that kidney energy line, that kidney meridian. So coming to a comfortable seat, with your legs comfortably parted. And feel free to bring your hands into your lap, or onto your cushions, or onto your legs. In the mornings, I like to turn my palms to the sky to invite some energy for the day, to drink in that beautiful sun that we've had so little of recently, but fortunately we have this morning. So give yourself a few moments to feel into your breath, breathing ideally through your nose. But if you have any congestion, then breathing in any way that is comfortable for you. And if you join me in the short live I did last evening, and beginning to breathe all the way down to your belly. And you can have a hand on your belly to help you to feel that, to help you to feel inviting the breath all the way down to your belly. Breathing deeply down to your belly, and then exhaling fully, belly back to the spine. Noticing how you're breathing this morning. And beginning to cultivate some balance. So cultivating an even and equal inhale and exhale. Whenever you start your yoga practice, give yourself about 10 to 20 cycles of breath. Giving yourself the opportunity to check in with how your breath is feeling. You know, if your breath is feeling shallow and fast or slow and deep, and maybe inviting the possibility of deepening the breath a little. But always doing that without inviting tension. So deepening your breath in a way that doesn't cause you tension. So finishing 2 or 3 more rounds of breath. And then rubbing your hands together, bringing the heels of the hands into the eye sockets. And then gently open the eyes in the darkness behind your hands. And then release your hands. And you can put your cushions or your bolster or your pillows to the side. And gently, slowly coming to standing. So we're beginning to work with, as I said, the insides of the legs and the lower back. If you have any lower back issues, then please listen carefully when I indicate that you should bend the knees. Because the best way when we're hinging forward and particularly when we're standing up again, the best way to look after your lower back is to keep the knees bent and to use the bum muscles, the glutes, to stand up. Hello, cat. So, stepping the legs comfortably wide. My cat is giving the soundtrack this morning. Stepping the legs comfortably wide, softening your knees, and inhale. Take the arms overhead, turning the toes wide. Exhale, draw the hands down the centre line. Just bending as deeply as you can comfortably. And inhale, sweep the arms wide, take them overhead. Exhale, draw the hands down the centre line. 3 to 5 cycles of this goddess practice, goddess pose. As we inhale, we take the arms to the sky, we join the palms. We exhale, we draw the hands down the centre line. If you really want to get into the physical feeling, you can close your eyes if that feels okay for you, but feel free to keep the eyes open if that doesn't work for you. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Finishing here. Inhale, we sweep the arms wide. And we come to standing. Exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. I'm just going to have to eject my cat because she's being very annoying. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, and then working with the lower back, we are going to step the feet comfortably wide, maybe hip width apart. Inhale, take the arms overhead. And exhale, bending the knees. Bring the hands down the center line. Bending the knees as far as you need to bring your hands maybe to the ground, maybe onto your lower legs. Inhale, the hands sweep up the shins to below the knees, and we come to an L shape, drawing in the body, drawing in the belly, extending the crown of the head away from the sit bones. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the hands down the backs of the legs and bend the knees so that you can bring the torso onto the thighs. Inhale, the hands sweep up the fronts of the legs. And exhale, bend the knees again so that the hands sweep down the backs of the legs and the torso comes onto the thighs. Let go of the head. We're going to do this a few times. Inhale, we come up halfway, squeezing in the belly. Exhale, bend the knees. Sweep the hands down the backs of the legs. Let go of the head. Inhale, bending the knees deeply as you fold. One more time. Inhale, coming up halfway, squeezing in the belly. And exhale, fold. Remember what I said about if you have any lower back problems, remember to bend the knees deeply. We're going to hold the elbows and let go of the head. Bend the knees even more deeply. Inhale and sweep the arms out to the sides. Sweep them wide as you stand, slowly, honouring your balance. Exhale, hands back to the heart. And one more standing practice for you. Again, to work with the insides of the legs, the kidney meridian. You can use a chair for this. I'm just going to grab one from over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working from side to side gently. So if you need a chair to steady you, you can have your hands on the chair, working from side to side. Or if you have the mobility, you can get low on the ground. So I will start, let me just have it here. Take your legs comfortably wide for you, turning the toes out, and the knees go in the direction of the toes. The breath can just flow as feels comfortable. Try and keep the spine erect, so without leaning forward. Spine erect, gently flowing from side to side, knees going in the direction of the toes. And if you want to take it a little bit further, a little bit deeper, you can do it without the chair. Coming down to the ground, you can do it here. Walking the hands from side to side. We're not moving quickly, we're moving very slowly, simply to mobilise the inside lines of the legs. Just a few of these to mobilise, ideally with the chair if you need that support. And then coming down to the ground, we're going to finish Bringing the soles of the feet together. If you need a little bit of support under your knees, you can have a cushion or a pillow under your knees, and you can sit on another cushion if you need to. Hands can be on the lower legs, or maybe on the ankles, or maybe peace fingers, the first two fingers around your big toe, whatever works for you. So most of us want to hold on to our ankles or our shins, and we're going to let it get very, very yin, very relaxed now. Again, coming back to your breath. Although I did say that you can do this late at night, I wouldn't do that previous movement with the moving from side to side, because it's quite energizing in the evenings. If you're doing this in the evening, I would go straight from your goddess pose, your gentle forward bends, then come down to sitting and do some nice long yin stretches. So from here, we're going to let the crown of the head grow tall. Imagine the neck growing very long. And letting your thigh bones feel very heavy. Letting your thighs soften down towards the floor. And I'm going to hold my big toes, but you can carry on holding your ankles or your lower legs if you need to. And you're going to imagine your thigh bones feeling very heavy, your thighs sinking down towards the floor. And feel free to stay here for 5 to 10 breaths, or if you want to work a little more with the kidney and the adrenal area. So we're already activating the kidney meridian, the kidney energy line, by working with the insides of the legs here. We can stimulate that even more by keeping a long straight spine, flaring the elbows wide and hinging a little or a lot from the waist, from the hips. So we want to keep the spine long. If you find that your shoulders are coming forward, then come back to a place where you can find length in the spine. Enjoying 5 to 10 breaths. And if the hinging forward is not accessible to you today, we're going to end with a very yin forward bend. So I would invite you to take the legs wide, and there are various ways we can support the forward bend. So I'm taking my legs wide and they're slightly out of shot, but I'm flexing my feet, so pressing the heels away. So keep your feet active by pressing your heels away, flexing your feet while your legs are as wide as you comfortably can. And there are a couple of ways we can support the forward bend. If you have a pile of pillows, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what my back is doing. So I'm keeping my back straight, keeping my back long. So I'm not going to let my shoulders come forward. I'm keeping my back straight. And I'm going to lean forward, keeping my back straight, and support myself on some pillows like this. So you can either have a pile of pillows, but the easiest way to do it is with a chair. So I will show you that too. So we're going to lean forward with the forehead supported on a pile of pillows, but you can see when I do this that my pile of pillows is not it's not high enough. My back is rounding. So I'm going to show you with the chair. So very simply, and you can do this at bedtime with your bed even. So we're going to take the legs wide, flexing into the heels. Having a cushion on your chair or on your bed. Using that cushion to support your forehead. So you can see hopefully you can see that my back is as straight as I can manage. And my forehead is supported by the pillows, and you can even have your arms supporting your forehead too. So what we're aiming to do here is get some comfortable stretch into the lower back, into the area that supports the adrenals and the kidneys. So give yourself a few moments to get settled into your supported forward bend. Legs wide, flexing into your heels. Forehead supported on your cushion or your chair or your bed or even on your arms. And feel free to stay like this. I'm just going to talk into the camera for you, but feel free to stay like that for 5 to 10 breaths. Noticing what you feel as you soften into your forward bend. Sending your breath into your lower back area. And that might sound like a strange thing to say, but when we use the full extent of our lungs, when we breathe all the way down to our belly, you can bring a hand onto your lower back to feel this if you feel the wish to feel this right now. You can bring a hand onto your lower back and see if you can breathe all the way down to your belly and all the way into your hand. You can feel those muscles in your back moving, and it's really nourishing for the kidneys and the adrenals. So feel free to stay in your forward bend for 5 to 10 breaths. And then gently letting the spine come up to vertical again. And if you have some time, a couple of minutes before you move off into your day, feel free to lie down or simply come to sitting like I am and come back to your breath and center yourself before you move off for your day. So I hope that gives you a little practice that you can integrate. So we've taken about 20 minutes there. A little practice that you can integrate into your day. So the flowing goddess practice with the legs wide, inhaling arms overhead and exhaling knees bend as you come down. And then a gentle standing forward bend. We inhale, we come up halfway, we come to that L shape. We exhale, we fold with knees bent. Inhaling, come up halfway, exhale and fold with knees bent. And the side to side flow to activate the kidney meridians, the insides of the legs. So 3 standing poses, and then the seated cobbler's pose, it's called, with the feet together, and the seated forward bend with legs wide. So 5 simple practices for you to spend 15 to 20 minutes on every day. And I hope that you have a wonderful solstice day. And please do post any comments, any questions that I can help you with. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.